From KETK, you're watching East Texas Live.
Welcome back. Joining me now is Michael, and he's here to share about the Texas Veterans Military Show happening in Bullard this weekend. How are you doing today, Michael?
I'm doing mighty fine. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. So tell us a little bit about what this military event is and what y'all going to be doing.
The military event is to honor those that wore the cloth of the United States military. People don't realize only 1% of the population ever wore the cloth of the military in our country. Our vets come back and people kind of take it for granted. They don't take the time to really interview them, talk to them, and thank them. This is our way of thanking the vets. At the same time, because we have so much going on at the event that's military oriented, military vehicles, military helicopters, planes flying over, and a lot of military booths, I hope it introduces that to young generations, that they can see what went on and what maybe their dads or uncles, worked with when they were in the military. When you're born in America, you have something no other country gives its citizens. The day you and I were born, we had freedom. You can't buy freedom. It was earned. And it was earned by those that were willing to shed blood and fight for our country starting back in the 1700s.
Yes.
And it's very important that people appreciate the fact they have the freedom to speak out, or the freedom to go to church or whatever, the freedom to work and live, and the freedom to hunt if you're a redneck like I am, and do that. So I have to thank these people. A lot of these people during the Vietnam especially came back and they were disrespected. Yet they fought one of the toughest wars we were ever in. And if it wasn't for the World War II vets, we'd all be speaking German today. So we never need to take any of that for granted. We need to appreciate what these veterans do. Now, Saturday morning, I have a parade going from Stewart Funeral Home out to Bullard. You'll have hopefully 100 Patriot Guard leading the parade. We'll have 40+ military vehicles with vets in it. You'll have 2 CH-46, which look like Chinook military helicopters flying cover. You'll have fire engines. You'll have classic cars. And we pull in the 180 acres. It's free to the public. All the different military groups will be there. The Marines will be there. The Army will be there for recruitment and for educational purposes. You get to eat lunch with us at this event. We got Mouse and the Traps, the old East Texas band that's been around forever. They're going to be playing for us. And it's free to the public. That's the main thing. We don't want to charge for it. We put it through our fire department. We have sponsors that sponsor the event. And then on top of that, you have 7 people that have the Medal of Honor that'll be at this event. They're all Vietnam vets. 3.1 million soldiers went to Vietnam. They only handed out 238 Medal of Honors in that time frame. 101 of those were put around the neck of soldiers by the president. The rest were given to parents. It's a treat to have these guys in town. Yet anyone that served and received and returned fire, they're a hero. The Medal of Honor doesn't make any more hero than anybody else, but it's just an opportunity to see these people.
Yes, sir. And what are y'all going to be doing Friday morning at Bullard, or at Brook Hill?
Oh, we'll take some of the vets out and let them meet with the children, talk to the children. They enjoy it. That's the thing I think they enjoy the most, is visiting with young people, trying to open their eyes and let them touch the medal or whatever. And a lot of them will let them touch their medal, and they can say they actually touched the Medal of Honor. One person we have that brings his daddy's Medal of Honor is Desmond Doss Jr. Desmond was a medic himself, but of course his daddy was Hacksaw Ridge. And you always live in that shadow no matter what you do in life. You'll never overcome if your daddy's a Medal of Honor recipient. And we're just so blessed that these guys come to town to see us. I mean, they travel all over the world, in other countries sometimes, but mainly they're in all the big cities. And the fact that we can bring this many to Tyler, this many Medal of Honor people never been in Tyler since my lifetime. And I do it, and these people have inner pride. When I was 5 years old, if I heard the national anthem and saw the parade, my heart started beating fast. I got all excited. 65 years later, I still have that feeling. I want all young people and all Americans to have that feeling, to salute that flag and understand all the people that put their life on the line for that flag.
Yes, sir. And again, when and where is that going to be held?
It's going to be held on Highway 69. As you're going down Highway 69 over the bridge at Bullard, which is 344, you go about half a mile on the left, you'll see our big signs up, and there's a field, 180 acres up there. They need to come up on that field and enjoy this event with us. If you've got a vet in your family, bring them out there. If you know a vet, recommend it to them. I can't say enough about how important it is to get the word out to people that we need to thank our vets, and we need to let our young people learn about our country's history.
Yes, sir. Y'all gonna have some military planes out there?
We'll do it. We pull out an 80-foot American flag, and the Patriot Guard holds it up. You'll have a B-25 and 4 T-6 Texans do the flyover. Out at the event, the Army from Fort Hood has sent up some armored vehicles, and then the Marines are sending me a Cobra gunship and a Huey gunship. A Cobra and a Huey gunship. They'll fly in and be set up at the event also.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much for coming in and telling us all about it.
Well, thank you very much for supporting my vets.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it very much.
Yes, sir. For more information, go to the website right there on your screen.